Thanks for listening to the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast, where each week we talk about a free piece or two of technology that you can use in your classroom. I'm your host, Shanna Martin. I'm a middle school teacher, instructional, and technology coach for my district.
And I'm the one who puts all the pieces of this show together, Fuzz Martin.
Oh, it's like a puzzle joke.
It is a puzzle joke. See? Puzzle puns.
Nice.
TM, Fuzz Martin, 2021.
I was going to point out that it's episode 101. 101, but we don't have any Dalmatians.
Oh, we don't have any Dalmatians. Also, we're going to give you a base level education on Edpuzzle today.
Clever.
101, you know.
Got it.
Yeah, like a level 101
class. Yeah, like a level
class.
101 class. Cute.
Is it, though?
Now I get it.
Yeah, okay.
There's a lot of explanation with that one.
As
okay.
most of my jokes go.
So yeah, we're chatting a little bit about Edpuzzle today. And it's episode 101. We're like pushing into numbers. Like 3 digits in an episode now.
Right.
Which is fantastic.
It is.
And we're talking about Edpuzzle today. We use Edpuzzle. I feel like Edpuzzle it grew leaps and bounds last year because we had so many virtual kiddos that we needed to be able to have resources for them. I know my district started using it more and more often, and the teachers are like, hey, we need this tool, just because it's really easy to manipulate and get content to students in video format quickly.
Right.
And when kids are watching a video, then it kind of holds them accountable a little bit while they're watching the video, I guess. So we can chat all about it. And I know you've been playing around with Edpuzzle a little bit too, while I've been talking about Edpuzzle. So it's like you're puzzling over Edpuzzle while I am talking about Edpuzzle.
I am. I signed up for an account.
Yes, you did.
which is great. It took seconds.
Yes.
It took me no time at all to get signed up.
And I was thinking about this, like you could use it if you're doing like little instructional videos for your staff at some point.
Or maybe to a host of people who listen to a Tech Tools for Teachers podcast.
So with Edpuzzle, dear old Fuzz here, got to sign up for an account too, because in my district, they have purchased it for an entire district. So all of our teachers have it. So while it is a fantastic free tool, and I used it when it was free, my account is a district paid account. So I needed to see the free things that were available in Edpuzzle, because last time we talked about Edpuzzle was a long time ago.
Yeah, last time we talked about Edpuzzle was like episode, I want to say it was 24.
Okay.
And I think the other one was 48, episode 24 and 48.
So it's been a while, and there's been quite a few changes to it, and that's why I wanted to highlight it too.
Yeah.
Because we love Edpuzzle. So if you have and again, we always like to feature the free tools in our awesome tech tools here. But when you sign up for Edpuzzle in your account, in your free account, you have access to over 5 million videos, which is crazy.
Yep.
But they have so many resources. When you have your account, you're able to use like YouTube and like all these different like accounts that you would pull videos from already. You have access to those, which is really cool. And then you can create your own videos, and you can choose to keep them public or have them public so other teachers can use them, or you can make them private so not everybody can see them. What's nice about Edpuzzle is within district, even with free accounts, you're able to share content with other people in your district. So if you leave it as public, let's say there's like 4 teachers that all use the same video for something, you don't all have to create the content. You can just borrow it from another teacher in your district.
Time saver.
Absolutely. It's huge when it comes to time saving. And it just makes your videos interactive. So you can load your video in, and in the free version, you get up to 20 videos. So it's nice. You can delete them out and add them in as you need to. And you can connect it to your students, and you can add questions. There's features now where you can add audio in. And you can connect it through like Google Classroom. It connects to Canvas, Schoology, Blackboard, like all of PowerSchool, all of these different school LMS. So your like learning management systems, Edpuzzle will connect right there with you, which is fantastic. So you can just load everything into however you want to host it to your students, and then they are able to access the content that you want them to see.
Yeah. If you're going to use Microsoft Teams, that's coming soon. Mm-hmm. If you're a Teams school.
Which
Do
is
you know
awesome.
a lot of Teams schools?
In our area, no, most of them are Google.
Okay.
But I do know several. It depends on some larger districts have used Teams.
Okay.
So it kind of depends just the area you're in and
Yeah, like there's some
what they choose to do.
districts that I assume that Google supports or Microsoft supports, and that they get those. But seems like everybody's on Classroom, like around here at least.
Yeah. Yeah. It depends. And Canvas is used a lot in our area as well.
Oh, sure.
So when you're in Edpuzzle and you're going to add your content, it's really easy. You log into your account, like you said before, it takes like 2 seconds to create an account. You've got one. You can connect it to your LMS with your students. And when you go to add content, it's just a little button, upper right hand corner, you click add content. You can discover pre-done video content. And let's say, like if I want to pull something from a YouTube video that I already want to use, or I might choose a different video, I can upload videos that I have created, which is fantastic. And I'll tell you about a trick that you can do with that in a second. You can record a video straight from there. You can load in a student project. So there's like different choices of what you can and can't put in there. But there's so many different options that you can. The easiest one probably is YouTube, but you can load in Khan Academy, National Geographic, TED Talks, Crash Course, like all these different things that you would use already in your classroom. You just load in the video that you'd like to use. What I like to do is if I am not in the room for the day, if I have to be out of my classroom, or if I need my students to get directions from me, I create a video using Screencastify.
Okay.
I put my Screencastify video into Edpuzzle.
Yep.
And then if I'm giving directions, to make sure the students have watched my directions,
Oh, yeah.
I drop in like a question or a note or two just to make sure that they know what the directions are. Or if they have questions, they can pose them to me right in there. So when you're creating content, while you can put in multiple choice questions, you can also add in short answer questions. You can put like a thoughtful pause in, and now you can have audio dropped into the file so they can be read to you. So with these different choices, you're able to kind of not just have students watch videos and answer multiple choice questions, but you can also have them write in short answer and kind of reflect on what they're seeing too. It doesn't just have to be like straight multiple choice.
Sure.
So those additions have been made over the years since we've been using Edpuzzle.
So you can see what the students have consumed or have not consumed?
Correct. So then as a teacher, you can go under My Classes.
Yep.
And you click on your class. You click on the video that you assigned your class. And I'm going to show this to you.
Okay.
You magically can see there's a progress bar for each of your students. So if I click on a video, I can see the students in the green have completed it. Students in yellow are mid-progress, and students in the red have started it but haven't gotten very far with it.
Sure.
So if I'm not in the classroom that day, I can literally track their work.
Send them a little nudge.
Yeah, like, hey, I see that you didn't. Well, if I have students that are absent, it'll show that they just haven't done the work yet, which is fine. That's kind of how I track things. And then you're able to see, and you can watch per question as well. So you can see like how many students, how long it took them to answer certain questions and things like that.
Yeah.
So as you have the paid version, you have more options within being able to do that. But even in the free version, you can track your students to see if they've accomplished the work or not, which is really nice to be able to do because you can see, oh, hey, like half my class is only like 10 minutes in.
Right.
Either they're not understanding the content or maybe I need to fix the questions or talk to them about it and have kids pause and stuff like that. So
sure.
It's a good way for students to be able to like watch a video and as a teacher to make sure the students are kind of getting out of the video what you want them to watch.
Right.
And you can add your own reflections in there and edit and stuff. So
yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different ways. Like I said, I mix it with Screencastify and I use both. So that way I make a video of me. I drop it in there sometimes. It's a great way to give instructional videos to students too. So content always. But then also, if you need like step-by-step them to do things in your classroom, you can put that into Edpuzzle. Our athletic director used it and put in like the athletic code
Oh, yeah.
He created a Google slide presentation, then screencasted that, and then put that into Edpuzzle. So that way the kids had to follow the athletic code and answer those like the questions.
Yeah.
And he shared it with the parents. So that way their athletic code meeting was through Edpuzzle and virtual, but he could track to make sure then that those kids had answered the questions that needed to.
Could you track parents watching it, or only if they're a part of the...
They would have to be in their kids' account. It would be under the kids' account.
So you couldn't say, we want all parents to watch a code of conduct for chaperoning field trips or for attending sports events. You couldn't do that because they'd have to go through their kids' accounts.
Yeah, you'd have to go through their kids' accounts.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different ways you can use this. In our district, we use it. I'm pretty sure it's third grade up through high school for different things from every subject on the planet. I'm pretty sure you're able to find content or load into your own. And it's a nice way for teachers to be able to get content to their students in a flipped classroom. It's really easy then to have students watch your content and then be able to answer questions and put their reflections in, and you can really see if your students are understanding what they're watching, which is really nice about Edpuzzle.
Yeah.
Oh, another highlight too of Edpuzzle is that if you have Google Classroom and you are connected to an Edpuzzle account and you have more than one teacher on your Google Classroom account,
yes,
if they open up Edpuzzle and create their own account, they can see the Google Classroom that you share.
Okay.
So that way, if I've got a supporting teacher in my classroom, they can see how students are working on their Edpuzzle as well as I can see them too.
Oh, that works.
Yeah. So that way you can share it.
Yeah. Go supporting teachers.
Yeah. So that's super fun.
Agreed.
We're puzzling over Edpuzzle.
I hope you're not puzzled after listening to this podcast. That would be a peculiar predicament. Precisely.
Nice.
Pause.
Coolness. All right. Little Edpuzzle.
Perfect.
Episode 101. Thanks for tuning in. This has been the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast. If you ever have any questions, you can find me on Twitter at SmartNWI. And if you want to get more information on the links to the technology discussed in this episode, you can visit smartnwi.com. If you would like to support the show, please consider buying me a coffee or two. Visit buymeacoffee.com/smartnwi or visit smartnwi.com and click on that purple little coffee cup in the corner. Your donations help keep the show going. New episodes each week. Thanks for listening. Go educate and innovate.
The ideas and opinions expressed in this podcast and the Smart and WI website are those of the author, Shanna Martin, and not of her employer. Prior to using any of the technologies discussed in this episode, please consult with your employer regulations. This podcast offers no guarantee that these tools will work for you as described, but we hope they do. And we'll talk to you next time on the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast.